Marcus Rashford. Oh, glorious! That is a special one.
Boom, bam, bam. I am President Chad. That is Greg B. We got some other guests coming through, and welcome to the United Hour. Manchester United has the monumental task of stopping Manchester City. I mean, let's be real. Manchester City dismantled Real Madrid in Champions League yesterday. And I think a lot of United supporters are probably not feeling too optimistic about that game. But, can we do it? Do we have a chance at all? We're going to be discussing that. We're also going to be talking about reports coming out of the Telegraph that, this entire bidding situation and the sale of Manchester United may go into the summer, which is not a good look, but we're going to be talking about that as well. We're also going to be talking about Ten Hag's snub because, he was not nominated for manager of the season. We're not even talking about winning it. We're just talking about being nominated for manager of the season. And, that's totally unacceptable. But a couple other topics we're going to touch on. And we got a brand new segment. We all know about the Top Shutter and Boo Boo. Well, we got a brand new segment. No Top Shutter and Boo Boo anymore. Brand new segment that we're going to be starting today. So look forward to that at the end of the program. So, Greg B, Manchester City look like a juggernaut against Real Madrid. They spanked them all over. Good afternoon to Kess and Courtney on the inside. Talk to me, Greg B. How you feel about our chances in the FA Cup, and more so about City's chances on the whole winning that treble? A lot of people were hoping that Real Madrid would have done the business.
I'll say it like this. The saying, 1% chance, 99% faith? That's kind of how I feel right now after what I saw yesterday.
Jeffrey in the building. It's been a while, Jeffrey. It's been a while. Nice to have you on the inside.
Oh, Jeffrey. Okay.
So, talk to me. Guys in the comments, come on, weigh in as well. What do you think our chances of stopping Manchester City with this treble?
I'm not gonna lie, Chad. What I saw the way Bernardo Silva was tearing that team inside out when he switched in. It's like Carvajal didn't know what to do at some points. In fact, not even Carvajal, it's Camavinga. My apologies, because it's Camavinga was tasked with the job of marking Bernardo Silva, and Eduardo Camavinga really looked like a midfielder playing left back because it's like
and interestingly enough, Camavinga had a good game. It is not like if he had a bad game, but it's just that the wide players for City, all of the wide players, not just Bernardo Silva, even Kyle Walker seemed like he got an extra step. At the beginning of the season, he looked like he was slow. He didn't look slow yesterday. You know what I mean? All the wing players.
Even in the first, when I watched it, I saw Vinicius was giving him a hard time, and it's like you could tell that they did their homework. Pep did his homework with Real Madrid, and it looks like it's going to be a huge uphill task for whoever is standing in Manchester City's way. Will they do the treble? I shudder to think of the thought, but at the same time, it is a reality we kind of have to brace ourselves for, in a sense.
Welcome to the program, so fresh and so clean, J-Born.
All right, I'm back calling. I had my vacation, I'm back. Right?
Well, yeah. We see you well decked out in club regalia. It can be done. Last week was evidence what a well-rested Man United can do, but we certainly got to take our chances. And welcome on the inside, Mr. Skeptical himself,
Robbie the Bobby boy.
Robert.
What? What?
Robert, that man don't know how close he is to giving you an official name there. I know he don't know.
No, I don't know.
Nah, that's song like it.
He don't
Robbie
know.
the Bobby.
And,
He don't
and
know,
I
man. He
mean,
don't know.
this,
He don't know.
this, I mean, look, there's an accuracy there that I don't want to get into, but yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, fellas. Let's jump into it one time. Firstly to you, J-Bo, and Greg B was giving his thoughts, so let me bring the two new guys in. Man, if it comes down to it, I believe the FA Cup is before the Champions League final.
Yeah,
Right?
the Sunday, the week
We're
before.
not gonna lay in hope that an Italian team could stop Manchester City. I mean, it's not impossible, but let's not deal with that. Let's deal with what is in front of us, what our team might be able to do. Can Manchester United, in your opinion, and be honest, if you don't think so, say so. Don't feel you have to because as a United supporter, whatever. Be honest. Do you think
I
we
think I
could
want
stop
Robbie go first. I want to hear Robbie take first.
No.
Nah, you
So why you
Robbie
sit
go
down,
first.
man? So why
Where's
you
your
sit down, the
opinion?
man,
Where's
so
your
eh?
opinion?
No.
Do you think we
Yeah,
could
people.
stop Manchester City?
There's a
All right,
hesitance
well,
in that
Robbie like
answer.
warming up, so I'm gonna go first.
Yeah.
All right, this is me just speaking realistically, minusing being a United fan. I really don't think so. Now, the only way that could somehow we could turn the tide in terms of especially watching that performance yesterday, like to see what City did to I would call them the Champions League champions.
Yeah,
The Champions
Specialists.
League forever champions. They're the forever champions. They're not just the reigning champions. They're the forever champions. They are the best at Champions
Well, they're
League.
not the reigning champions anymore, seeing as they've
Yeah,
been
but
eliminated from the competition. But yeah.
yeah, but they are the champions. They are the best ever to do this thing and to see how City just no Madrid
dismantle
didn't
them.
really play bad, you know. Madrid didn't really play bad, and it's just City was so much better than them. Like it made their performance look terrible, but it wasn't terrible.
find
It's
so, eh?
just City. No, it wasn't
You find
terrible.
so?
It wasn't terrible. I
Because-
think no, it wasn't terrible.
Dude,
I think
Jonathan, I'm sorry.
Ancelotti just got it wrong.
Can I object here for a second? Because I really don't think you watched the game though. Because
Yeah, what?
Modric,
It wasn't terrible.
Luka Modric looked like a passenger on that field. Toni Kroos
Yeah,
looked
well-
like he was lost for ideas. Karim Benzema was having the off days. So
No,
Yeah,
all
but
that wasn't
sometimes we
really
have to-
down to them.
sometimes you just now, Jay. Sometimes we have to acknowledge that teams could make you look bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes they play a team and they just doing you what they want, like you're playing the Globetrotters, and they make you look bad. I totally agree with Jay. I don't think Real strategy was way off. It's just that City was just too good.
Yeah.
You watch a team play for 90 minutes, and I'm sure I didn't see a stat on how much times they lost the ball. But I wouldn't be surprised if in 90 minutes they lost the ball like under 10 times. They kept possession perfectly. These guys were not misplacing a pass.
nope.
Watch me. I'll be honest with you. I don't think they could reproduce that performance. I think that was the best performance City put on for the whole season. And if they put on anything close to
Agreed.
that, I just not sure anybody could be there. I'll be
Well, for
right?
for Inter Milan and our sake, let me really hope that is the case because
You
you
know,
really want to try to get washed in our final. I
the
good.
whole first half, Real Madrid had one shot, and it was a shot from 25 yards. Nothing.
I think that was
But
what
yeah,
Toni
a
Kroos
shot
hit
on
crossbar.
target to know.
Yeah.
I just talking about one shot. Period. You understand what I'm saying? For the whole
No, they barely
45
had the ball
minutes.
to begin with, so it made it difficult.
I remember the first 15
And that
minutes
is
they
a
showed a stat,
typical Pep Guardiola performance.
Yeah.
right? They
They
showed a
suffocate
stat
them.
in the first 15 minutes of the game where Manchester City had like 100 and something passes, and Real Madrid had 15 passes in 15 minutes of football.
Now, how many teams do you know
That's
can do that to Real Madrid?
mind-boggling.
Exactly.
So
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not to say Madrid were bad. It's just City was so much better. Like I was
was
watching
just so much
Bernardo
better.
Silva. I think that has to be Bernardo Silva's best performance for the season, definitely. Minus the 2 goals, but just he controlled our midfield. Like he made Cruz and Modric look like they have no idea. Like Jablote players, they look like they played for Jablote, and
look the
Bernardo
age.
Silva look like he played for elite team.
No, he
They
made
look the
Modric
age.
look like he already had a retire entry because it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, okay, now I had to realize I'm officially 38 here. I can't keep up with these fellas. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And-
Like
and
his
people-
tenacity.
and this is an
Minus the
unpopular
attack.
opinion. Sorry to cut you off, Jonathan. This is a very
Mm.
unpopular opinion. Everybody goes off on Kevin De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva is the real engine of that team.
How I'm saying,
Bernardo Silva is
like
the real engine
he
of
did
that
more than
Manchester
just
City team.
attack.
No.
okay,
Did you all see
I can see that being
Gundogan?
controversial. Just
Oh,
now,
well,
Robert,
yeah.
let me just
I mean,
read
that
these
man
comments.
that's different, boy.
So Kess is saying that Real Madrid didn't have a Casemiro this season. We do. See, that's the kind of positivity we like.
Yeah.
And good afternoon to Dixian. She's giving a shout out to the man Greg B. Robert,
Dixie.
weighing on the conversation. What are your thoughts? Can Manchester United do it?
Oh, yeah, we already know how that look means. Even had I say that.
No.
We
Robert,
playing
is that
charades,
you
like
not have any
he
rules
played.
there?
Huh?
Robbie played charades there, like he just acted it out. Like
Let me guess. One word. What rhymes with go?
Sorry about that. Yeah, no, but I don't think he would. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I mean, I think City have too much quality. I think they have too much quality. I think they have too much will to win, and we will try. All I want, right? And this is me. For the final, I want us to go out there and just put everything on the line. Put everything on the line. Even if we get beat 2-3-0, right? At least men could say we put everything on the field. Men cannot come and say we didn't try, there was no effort. I don't want to get beat 3-0 and show effort than get beat 2-0, right? And just know that we didn't even try. You know what I mean? That's what I want. I want us, because if we don't try, and this is me, if we don't try, I am sorry. From De Gea to Martial to Van de Beek to all them nasty man and them, bust out. All. Because none of you all is good with that badge. None of you. Because you gotta understand. All of us understand, right? City are on the verge of a treble. We are the only English team to have a treble. If these men can't understand the enormity,
Magnitude,
right, of this thing, if City win this treble, what
in our face.
In our face, all of you done in '99 don't mean nothing.
Correct.
It means nothing.
to be fair, it'll still have an asterisk over it with them 115 charges they face there, but still.
No. In 50 years time, that would matter.
I mean,
Trust
fellas,
me, it would mean nothing.
Robbie, let me try to bring a little perspective into the thing.
No. Yeah, I
Records
understand.
are meant to be broken.
Yes,
Is it that
yeah.
you don't think anybody else is ever going?
No,
We're still going to be the first. It
Yes,
doesn't matter
correct.
that City would dub it. We are
Yes,
still going to be
I
the first
understand
English
that.
team to
But you see, what we cannot do is allow them to do it on our watch. And
maybe
that's
not
the
our
point.
watch. We're going to drop out of the Premier League.
No. I mean,
Or you mean the fact that we actually have a say?
we actually have a say in it.
We have a final to play against.
We have a final to play.
We're practically a gatekeeper in this situation.
Correct. So if we don't do it,
Dixian totally agrees with you, Robert.
yeah, if we don't do it, then I say then what we did in 99 means nothing. Because if these men can't wake up, to me, they here need to learn between now and when it's all final, to learn
Third.
the third, to kick a ball. Right? Learn, kick a ball.
And deal with crosses.
Right. Anthony Lee needs to learn to use his right foot. Right? Anthony Martial needs to learn
To score.
Just score.
Stop holding.
Stop holding, woman. Right? You can't take no horn by yourself. Right? Don't know the score. Just forget it. Rashford needs to put something on the leg. I don't know. Do something. Right? We don't stop crying. Be a man for one time. One game. Get up and show fellas, captain, this band is not Harry Maguire, it's mine. I want Bruno to show me that band is his own.
Let me bring a little positivity to this segment.
Thank you.
You want to show effort.
Yes.
Jay don't believe we have a chance.
I want Casemiro to hit a man as his horse and don't get turned off. How
that even possible, Robert? How that even possible?
I don't know. Just I want to see effort. I want to see men. I want to see.
That come like asking the government to do something properly.
I want to see, right? I want to see our defenders do to Haaland what Rudiger did to Haaland horse in the first leg of Real Madrid. Right?
Let's not forget though. Luke Shaw did pocket Haaland at Old Trafford. Right?
Yes.
Let's not forget that.
Yes, and I want him to do it again, but this time put Luke Shaw in
Centre back.
Pocket, put De Bruyne in next pockets, right? And then put
Nah. De Bruyne belongs to Casemiro. De Bruyne belongs to Casemiro.
Yes, do something, right? But if these men cannot show me, because remember, all of us here understand. Right? I mean, I don't mean to, to be carrying on, right? But we understand what this means. 99 meant you charge for the game live. Most of us for the game live, right?
Yeah.
We understand the scene. We were there, right? We understand the scene. These fellas have to understand.
I was 12 years old when that happened, so I know what it means.
Right. That's all I'm saying. That's all I want. I want us to win 1-0.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Alex.
I think Robert kind of changing my mind a little bit because he drew a very valid point. We have pieces to get the job done. We have the correct pieces to win the game. It's just every single piece that we have needs to be at optimum level.
No.
Everybody needs to throw out everything, and then we have a 3% chance.
Let me throw this in the mix. Good afternoon to Martin Phillip as well on the inside. Kess is saying, he wants to keep.
I wonder what Martin could wait and say on this.
He wants to keep Shaw at left back. And Kess is also saying we got to make Man City defend, and Shaw and Rashford will keep Man City at bay.
Yeah.
The one thing, when I looked at Real Madrid getting dominated yesterday, the one thing that stood out to me was they don't have a Marcus Rashford. They don't have a Garnacho. They don't have an Anthony. No, yes, Vinicius Jr. is fast and he could rip up that left side. But he's one player.
Mm-hmm.
Benzema ain't fast, and he hasn't been fast for a long time.
No.
Not anymore, anyway.
The one thing that Real Madrid, when they got the ball, which was rare, but when they got the ball, what they had to do was they had to play the ball through Man City to get the ball to their strikers. Manchester United does not need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get the ball, we just had to hit the ball up. Oops. Because we ain't got one, we ain't got two. I do expect Martial to start that game. We're gonna have 3 runners. We're gonna have 3. Even if Martial starts, Martial is fast as well. We know this.
Correct.
We're gonna have 3 runners, which is gonna prevent Manchester City from getting their defenders all up into the attack. We saw yesterday defenders making late runs into the box. How could you defend when you seeing there was just wave after wave. As soon as Real repel one wave and you tell yourself you're in good position, it's just another wave.
Yeah.
When you have 3 runners, they're gonna keep you honest. You ain't gonna be able to just send wave after wave because you know anybody.
John Stones was basically a defensive midfielder in that game, basically.
De Gea, well, that is the position he's playing right now, actually, for
Yeah.
City. De Gea could kick that ball long. Casemiro, Ericsson, Bruno Fernandes, and once these guys running, anything could happen. We've seen City play well against Liverpool, and the only time Liverpool beat them is that same way. The way to beat this Manchester City team is the way Ole Gunnar Solskjaer used to beat this Manchester City team. Beat them on the break. They're going to have more of the ball. They're going to dominate you, but you're going to get the ball at some point. Whether they take a shot and you get a goal kick, whether they take a shot and it ricochet and you get the ball, whether on the rare occasion they lose the ball, you're going to get the ball at some point. When you get it,
men
had to run,
yeah,
they had to kick it.
but right.
And I think where Real Madrid did not have an outlet yesterday, we're going to have more than one.
Yeah.
And I think that gives us a good chance.
Now,
to win
my only concern is that we have shown through the year that we are not clinical. You will get chances to score and you won't score. Against Man City, if they give you a chance, we have to score. And that is my concern. You know? So
that's where Martial needs to step in, as I said. All the pieces need to play. Martial needs to score. Rashford can't be the only one that's scoring.
Yeah, the same way that City played out there, played an unbelievable game. One of the most clinical games. If it wasn't for the goalkeeper, Real could have been down 4-0 in the first half. It is amazing.
It was good
that
for
Haaland
yesterday.
didn't score yesterday. It is amazing. Haaland had a great game and did not score only because of Courtois. There was, it was just amazing that Haaland did not get on the score sheet. So,
surprising.
With that being said, good afternoon to Shavana. Welcome on the inside. With that being said, we have to be up for the game. And I agree with Robert. I agree with Jay. We have to be up for the game. All I'm saying, guys, is we have a chance because of the players we have. Because the one way you beat Man City, you don't try to keep ball. You don't try counter attack, quick counter attack in football. That is the only way I have seen people consistently beat Man City. It's the only way Liverpool used to beat them. It is the only way we used to beat them when we beat them. And it is the only way we could do it on the final. So, and we have the pieces to do it. Because if you don't have the pieces to do it, well, just forget it. It didn't happen. Right? You had to hope City have an off day. But once you have the pieces,
we have the pieces.
Well, and we play well, we still have a chance. So let me read this comment and then I'm going to put up Martin Phillips' comment. I more believe that Ten Hag will use the next 3 league games to fine-tune our shooting because we are going to create numerous chances. Right now it's all about the final. Yes, we still have to solidify our position in the top 4. But I am sure Ten Hag watched that game yesterday the same way all of us did. And it's all about that final, that second opportunity for silverware. So Martin Phillips is saying he's happy to hear United fans talk. Martin, you came in late. Because if you came in early, you would have heard all the dismay and all the tears. But guys were able to wipe up the tears after the first 10 minutes. And, he's saying that we are a positive bunch. And he expects his team, Manchester City, to win.
When you have oil, right, in your vein, you must win everything. Right? I'm just saying.
So, guys, it all is not lost. We have an opportunity, and it is all up. We have to be able to execute. But I do expect, as Robert, that we need, at the very least, to be competitive.
Yeah, I think that's one of the main things for us is just not having the right mentality going into a game like this. Understand the importance of the occasion and recognize that you can't go into a final and just play lackluster. You need to be able to give everything, leave everything on the pitch. That's how Sir Alex would want his players to play.
Yeah. Correct.
Yes,
Correct.
indeed. Yes, indeed. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's transition into something else. So, the names came out today for the final list of coaches to be considered for coach of the season. And obviously, by what you see on the bottom of the screen, Ten Hag's name was not on that list. So, who are the coaches that they're considering for coach of the season? You have Arteta, and the job he's done with Arsenal is fair enough. You know, we could understand why Arteta's name is there.
Right.
You have the Serbi, and again, the job he's doing with Brighton. I think most people
Yeah, for
expected
real.
after Potter left.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
Potter had
we
Brighton.
can respect that.
Potter had Brighton doing really good, and I think everybody expected, you know, the best they could do is just finish mid-table. Brighton look like they have a good opportunity to get some European football. Even if it's Conference League, they look like they're going to get some European football, which I'm sure even with Potter there, they may not have been thinking about at the beginning of the season. So, fair enough. You have Emery. He is the name I have the biggest issue with, simply because he
Why
came
are we
in.
there?
He came into the season late. Now,
Yeah.
he took a team that Gerard had on the verge of the relegation zone, and he has them fighting for a European place. I agree. I understand what the man did was good, but this is for the season. Your 6 months is being compared to other guys who was here most of the season, and you know you gain in the mix. All right. You have Pep Guardiola. You know, every season
Obvious
they just want
choice.
to anoint somebody the best English football club of all time. Right? Last season they wanted to anoint Liverpool that, and we saw what happened this season. Let's see if that same curse would befall Manchester City. Because every time they try to put another club as the best above the 99, it just don't ever seem to work. The gods, the football gods, don't appreciate it, but they wouldn't learn the English media. They're gonna keep trying. So Pep Guardiola is there. Eddie Howe is there. You know what Eddie has been doing
That's fairly reasonable.
with Newcastle. I can't fight them. I think Eddie deserves to be there. Newcastle is doing well. And you have Silva from Fulham. Now getting promoted mid-table, not even in our relegation scrap. I guess maybe you could say he's
based on the squad he has, and kind of I've seen it a little bit because he doesn't have a exceptional squad or anything. He just get the team to play.
We had to remember he went and he got former good Premier League players. He brought back
well, kind of
Brazilian
over the time kind of guys, but he got them to work. So, but I think any coach could have done that.
He play for Chelsea, Willian.
Yeah.
Willian. You have this guy who scored today, Mitrovic.
Right.
You have our former
players,
Andreas. I mean, that team has some. Yeah, they now get promoted, but they have some proven Premier League talent on that Fulham team. It's not like the team are nobody, right? The team are players that you look at the roster and you know names, right?
You know names, right? But it's not like the squad you wouldn't watch that squad list and get like, ooh, that squad looking dread, but that don't happen. It does not.
Yeah, they now get promoted, but still, But anyway, those are the names. Courtney is saying he can't fight Emery. I guess he's very impressed by what Emery was able to do in a very short space of time.
You see, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Well, then, we're supposed to be there all the time then.
Yes, we are cousins. Yes, don't worry. They're coming in now. Don't worry. They're coming.
But all right, let me read this comment from Kes and then I will throw it out to you guys. It's a snub. Ten Hag taking Manchester United from the state it was in last season to where we are now with a cup in his first season and an FA Cup final. And then we also have to remember, right? We're talking about Yusubi and we're talking about Emery. Where did Manchester United start the beginning of the season? After the second game, people will say we'd be lucky if we finished in Europe at all.
We get beat up real bad.
Supporters were like, yeah, well, top four, forget that. After 2 games, that is how bad it was. Right? Look where we are now. You know, so to me, it have at least 2 names there I would consider dropping. Silva is one, and Emery would be the second one for me. Yeah. Right? But I consider a snub. Kes considered a snub. What do you guys think? Anybody else think that it was a snub that, you know, Ten Hag should have been in the final list at all?
You know
even
why?
If he didn't make.
You know why? I understand it. Because we all understand, right? Our club, right, has so much hate. There's so many haters, right, of this club, right? These men don't want to see us win. They don't, because when we do, it is so glorious when we win. They hate it. They hate us. So I don't mind if they snub Ten Hag. That's why we win the FA Cup. That's why City will go to England.
I like the positivity. We're going to win the FA Cup. I like it.
Charlie, you said the best, right? They just try to anoint men, right? No.
I mean, the reality is we have been hearing for the past 4 or 5 seasons, coming close to the end of every season, you would hear somebody talk about, oh, this team is the best best Premier League team.
Yeah,
we heard it about City, and then they got kicked out they got spanked in Europe, and then they won the league, but everybody was like, yeah, well, we can't say you is the best. We heard it about Liverpool. And then, you know, they were like, oh, this is the best club team in English history. And then what happened? They have been trying consistently for the past 4 or 5 seasons to try to take that 99 team off of the perch. And trust me, if City was able to get our treble, they will at least argue the point, right? They would try to do it again. But, you know, they just can't do it.
I don't understand how you could say Emery. You know, to me, he's a okay coach. I mean, he's a good coach. But where's Aston Villa right now?
I think they're 7th or something.
Right. We are 4th. Right. So in my mind, you have top 4 teams. Right. So you should have top 4 coaches. All right. Correct. So where's Eric? I mean, I don't understand how they could leave. How they can leave out him when you put in this guy from Fulham. We beat Fulham. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? But
twice.
Did, right?
Yeah, Fulham. I don't agree with Fulham either.
Right. So I don't understand. I mean, Fulham is a waste team. I don't understand. I mean, I give respect to Eddie Howe getting it fine, Arteta fine. You know, I would even say. I would even put just because it's Klopp, okay, you know, but you can't tell me you cannot put Erik ten Hag in that list. He has to be in that list. We won a cup. You know, the same
and in a final and in the top 4.
So the same cup, right? That all these teams said is a Mickey Mouse club, is a Mickey Mouse cup, it's a small cup. Right, all of a sudden, because when they were in it, right, they were like, "Yes, we're going for the EFL Cup." But then when we won it, it became a small cup. To me, it don't make sense. It is just the very, very same thing. It's like the fox and the grapes. You know, it's just sour. And because they hoping that this takeover don't happen, they just want to see us fail. But to me, I'm a surprise. Honestly speaking, I'm a surprise.
But if they put Emery in that list, I don't know how many times Harry Redknapp has made it on to the coaches list, but then he should be there too because he was in charge of bringing teams out of relegation. So
and if you're saying that, the next legitimate argument for Ten Hag is the fact that he has won 2 manager
Yes.
months.
Correct.
So it's not like
Yeah,
if
Back to
correct.
the
back.
season went by and he was not hailed as being a good manager. He got manager of the month twice for the season, and he's not being considered. But it is what it is.
Did Emery
Courtney is saying that
win
Fulham.
it?
Say that again.
Did Emery ever win
Manager of the month? I don't think so.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did once.
Did? Once?
Once.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
all right.
well, all right,
So
well
he got 1.
Well, yeah, just see 1 compared to 2. You know?
Right, so
Well,
then I don't understand how Ten Hag just never how I don't know.
Welcome to
Look.
Christopher and Alan on the inside. Courtney is saying Fulham was supposed to get relegated according to the bookies. So, Marco Silva has them overperforming, I guess. And
Okay, so we're bored,
we
man.
did mention this about Emery, that Villa was in a relegation battle before Emery came, and now
No,
he has
it's
them.
like getting a C+ in a test. It's a pass. No matter. It matters.
Not really, no.
Come on, man.
But
Let me put it to you like this. I mean, sorry, Chad. Sorry to interrupt you, but I'm just saying.
No, go ahead.
This all falls into the pattern of everything to downplay any achievement that Manchester United has made, whether it's from nominations of either players or management to acknowledging the accomplishments in the past. I mean, anybody seen Jimmy Carragher's tweets today?
No.
Well, this idiot, mind you, he called
I write you off long time.
Yeah.
He called Rio Ferdinand a clown, and I'm like, that clown has more silverware that you could ever imagine seeing in your lifetime. But
Yeah.
he said that he literally contradicted himself in that tweet. He says that City has spent money and they have been financially doped because they've been handed a blank check. But then he turns around and says that a lot of their achievements could not be possible without Pep. Make it make sense.
He's right on both counts.
To me, it's like, but you're
Money
telling
have
me,
them where
that's
they
coming
are.
like telling me that okay, this bodybuilder on steroids, but he wouldn't have looked good if he didn't flex and do all that hard work. It's like you were cheating. It doesn't matter what he did prior to that. He still took steroids. He cheated.
Steroids doesn't change the fact that you still have to go to the gym, bro.
Yeah.
True.
So they still needed Pep, despite having the oil money. That's what it is. He's not wrong.
I don't
Carragher
think
is
so,
not wrong in what he's saying.
I
Still
don't
an
think
idiot
so.
to me though.
I don't think so. I think
But how could he even say that though? When he was playing at Liverpool weren't had one of the biggest transfers. I mean, in that time, and transfers wasn't as expensive. But at that point in time, Liverpool were buying the best players from the previous season every season. They had Michael Owen, they had Torres, they had so many players that they bought. The Cout, they didn't really have much local talent. They were just buying the best players every season.
And still struggled with him there. Devin, I think, says best. Hated, ignored. Hated, adored, but never ignored. So we're going to read this last comment, and then we're going to shift into another topic. So Alan is saying, Erik ten Hag is the first time a Dutch manager has come to the English League and did so well in his first season. And that's the
true. That's a fact. Yeah, that's true.
And that is a fact. That is indeed a fact. I mean, people can argue a case for all the managers that made the list, but clearly what Erik ten Hag did or has done and is doing at Manchester United really should not have been overlooked. But, and I mean, this season of all seasons, when we had 12 sackings, right? We had 12 sackings in this season, and it looked like they find every coach that didn't lose their job except Eric and put them on the list. So like, who didn't get fired? Yeah, well, yeah, you make it. You make it on the
and anything just not to have him on the list.
Yeah, you still have a
See
job.
that?
Yeah, we'll put you on the list. People, like the video if you enjoy the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't as yet. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with you if you haven't subscribed. I mean, you're late to the party. I mean, get on that train.
And he was a young brother. What are you doing?
Correct is right. Get on that train.
Don't ever do that again, Greg. Don't do that again.
Why?
No.
Why?
Nah.
You married smash and do that. You married.
This is not Manchester zest, It's not that.
So, here we go. Let's talk about the Glazers or
Getting
the
into the good stuff now.
situation
Yes.
with Manchester United sale. There's news coming out from the Athletic that it is very likely that the sale of Manchester United is going to be after the end of the season, into the summer. Sorry,
Give me
that
a
is
moment,
news
eh?
out of the Telegraph. The
I
news
need a moment. I
out
need
of
to pretend to be shocked.
the news out of the Athletic is that they may be looking for another round of bidding. So even though we heard that a last minute bid came in from the Qataris, it looks like they're trying to get Sir Jim to get another bid in as well, right? To see if he would be willing to up his bid. Right now, that is they're saying it looks that way. That is out of the Athletic. We know the Athletic is very good, very competent, serious
Yeah, they're
sports
reliable.
journalist.
They're reliable.
Serious
Very.
sports journalist for the Athletic. So, and we all know the Glazers are just greedy SOBs. So we have no doubt.
That ain't that the
Right?
truth.
It's very hard to try to
biggest.
That's
argue.
God honest truth.
It's very hard to try to argue that it may not be the case. So the question I have for you, gentlemen, is this. We all know that the Glazers are only interested in themselves and not in the club. When they first spoke about a sale, the talk was they wanted a quick sale and the club was supposed to be sold in the first quarter. We are approaching the summer window. Ten Hag is going to struggle to organize his transfer plans because he's not going to know who the new owners are. He may not know what the budget is. The new owners have decisions to make, i.e. Greenwood, i.e. Martial. You know, the coach the manager would have his own ideas, but there are certain things that are still going to need sign off on. Right? So the longer that this process takes is going to set us back into next season. What do you all think about this situation? Let me start with Robert. What do you think about the situation?
Um, I have told people before, my stance has never changed. I don't trust these bastards. Okay, I don't trust them. All right. People have been saying, don't worry, it will go through. I don't trust these men. I don't trust them. Those rat bastards. I don't trust them. No. I mean, have you seen their faces? They're like rats. All right. The guy has a ponytail on his bald head. I mean, I don't get it.
I thought Ratatouille was cute, man, Robbie, man. I enjoy that cartoon.
No. Rats, man. Because, no, I mean, all right. No. I knew something was fishy when, like the tide chain. Like, remember, at the time, it was up for sale. We were going through a lot of turmoil. The club wasn't at a good place. The fans were in an uproar, right? So it was a good time to sell.
And then financially, the finances, we're hearing that the finances of the club are not in a good state as well.
Right. Fortunately for us fans, but unfortunately for them, things kind of turn around. Our performances on the field turned around, right? Ten Hag came and he got the team running. He was able to deal with a lot of problems off the field, right? And so he got the team moving in a proper direction. The fans kind of came back on board, For the most part, we were very positive, right? We were going up for top four, and then unfortunately for them, we won a cup, so we felt good. The team felt good. There was a good vibe, and so obviously the price went up. And then in their mind, they were like, well, since the price is going up, well, maybe we should not sell. Maybe we should keep the club now. Maybe we should not sell. I don't know. Because I can't see them selling the club now. Because we are on course for top four. We are in a FA Cup final. Even if we lose our final, I think the fans will still feel proud of what we did. We reached here. Just
now, Robbie, you are saying that even at close to $1 billion per family member, because there's 6 Glazers that own shares in the club, right?
Yes.
Even at close to, wouldn't be exactly, but even at
Mhm.
close to $1 billion per family
Yeah.
member,
Mhm.
that you are saying at the very least, Abraham and Joel still would not be willing to sell the club because they see
No.
success. That's what you
But
say.
they're seeing more money. They are seeing more money.
Yeah,
And
but Robert, they didn't even get any money when they bought the club. They're
no.
basically if they take the money they gain now, they're making more than they actually got for the last 18 years. Because
Mhm.
all the money that they took out dividends wise added up to $1 billion. They gain $1 billion up front each if you divide
Yeah.
it amongst the family.
No, and I understand that. But I think what they're seeing is, I think at the time, because it was a lot more toxic at the time, so they were willing to get rid of. But
Well, as CJ would say, unless they want some Molotov starter light and get through by the house, they need to do what good for them.
I personally think that they don't care. I personally believe that if they came out tomorrow and said we are not going to sell, even if the fans, unless the fans, right, and I mean riot, I mean real riot, I mean, I don't want to call nothing bad, but I mean riot. Unless that doesn't happen, I don't think the Glazers really care how
You
best
want
we get.
casualties. Now you're trying to avoid saying you
No,
want
no,
casualties.
I don't want to say it, but things have to.
What you're
they have
thinking
to,
it.
yeah, but they have to see, like they have to see it. They have to, like, even if they have a march, they wouldn't care, unless
They don't care. They
no,
don't.
they don't. No, so I don't think it will bother them that much. And even if they do sell, I think they would sell it to Radcliffe, because they know that he don't have enough money, and they know they can still have a hand in the club, and they will get them. They will get their piece, they will get their pie, and they will still get a fork to be able to eat the pie too, because they will be getting money, and then they will still be making the money. They don't
And
want
then
to.
everybody happy.
Well, they happy, and then but I think at the end we will suffer, because I don't think Radcliffe have the money to
No, he
really
doesn't.
push us where.
He's
Let me
taking out a loan just to buy these sticky
That's what I'm
ones.
saying. You
let me throw
want
this question in the comments to Greg B. So Kes is saying he has a question, right? Europa League and the Glazers go on indefinitely, or we qualify for Champions League and the Glazers choose Ratcliffe, who in turn will keep the Glazers around. What would you choose if it was up to you, Greg B?
That is a very loaded question. I want the Champions League and I want the Glazers gone. But that's in a perfect world. We don't live in a perfect world. So, God forbid if given the choice, I guess, hello Europa, my old friend. Because
Anything for the
I'm
Glazers
sorry.
to be out.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, if we do make the Champions League and they're still here, it'll be the perpetuating of a cycle that will never seemingly end. You're trying to get rid of an element that is not benefiting your club.
Like cutting out a cancer.
Exactly. You see, if you tell yourself, okay, you're starting to get a little better, and the cancer's still in your system, that's a false hope you're selling yourself. They tell us they see us qualifying for Champions League. They tell us, all right, it's not so bad. If push comes to shove, if being in the Europa League means that it gets them out a little faster, then fine. I'm willing to go on to die on that hill.
I agree. I think getting them out is, yes, going to Europa might kind of dampen the spirit of the fans and even the players. But I think having them gone will be like a fresh start. What I think we need. We need to have the Glazers gone. We need new ownership. We need a more involved ownership. Because if, let me say, this article comes out to be true, most likely it is, because the Athletic don't play. I think getting the Glazers out before the end of the season Has to happen because the potential transfers that we need to make, minus the in-house stuff that we need to deal with Greenwood and Martial and all that stuff, we still have to look forward to the next season in terms of what players can we get, and that would basically boil down to budget, money. Who can we attract money-wise? Because
We still also
we
have to
already
sell
know
as
the
well,
best
correct?
players taking the best salaries. That is just how it is. That is just how the football is right now. The players that we need to sign, we have to spend. We have to have the money to spend to get them. And if we do get those players next season, we will be in a very good situation. Especially see that Harry Kane signing and the Chinese boy, I forget his name, from Napoli.
Kim Min Jae.
If we get those guys, boy. But yeah, we need
He's
to
Korean, by the way.
I want to end it on this comment here. Jeffrey is saying, fans need to boycott everything by been saying this for years. They worship money, therefore we have to hurt them in their pockets. I mean, I understand what Robert is saying, the influence of your name being associated to one of the largest sporting brands, not just in football, but in the world, right? That opens doors for you. I am sure the Glazers, saying, yeah, well, I'm on the board of a big bank in the States is one thing. Saying that you're the owner of Manchester United will turn heads in certain rooms that other things may not turn, which is one of the reasons why people try to buy into Premier League clubs on the whole in the first place. Just the influence, the stature, and buying into the biggest and the most popular, most recognizable brand. I understand the allure of being attached to the brand. I understand the dividends, the fact that they're not losing any money. They could just sit down there and reap a couple million a year, I understand all of that. And I totally agree with Jeffrey, as fans, if they don't sell the club, we have to do everything in our power to get the Glazers out. We have to attack their businesses online. We have to start back attacking the sponsors, because that was working. Adidas was complaining about it. Other sponsors were complaining about it. We just have to do it. We, the fans, have to do it. We if this fails, if a man could be willing to drop over $5 billion in your pocket, and they say no, the only thing we could do is make it unsustainable for the Glazers. That is the only thing we could do. And
We
so
had
whenever
to
they
make
do,
prices tank.
we're not going to get more than what is on the table right now. We're going to have to unfortunately, we're going to have to tarnish our own club a little bit to do what needs to be done. You understand? We're going to have maturity to separate. I wouldn't tell people to buy jerseys. There are other ways you could hurt the Glazers without not funding the club. I don't mind buying jerseys and buying stuff to fund the club. Yeah, fund the on-field activity, but you could hurt the Glazers. They like prestige. They like the prestige of being associated with Manchester United, but let that turn that prestige against them. You know what I mean? Let planes be flying over every time the Buccaneers play. Glazers out. You understand? Let reporters, like when they were hanging them down all over the place, what you think about this protest, what you think about that? Use that same prestige, use the other elements. They have other businesses, use that against them. You understand what I'm saying? Because the same way that they like it, that is what we have to use to get them out. I'm hoping that common sense will prevail and money will talk and these guys will move along. But time will tell. We don't have that long again before the end of the season. And I think the pressure is going to be on for them to make and my thing is, make a statement. If you're not selling, don't sell. Let us know what we need to do next. You know what I mean? Because trust me, we're going to be doing something. We're not going to let that stop.
Because the next thing with me and them, like they always secretive, like this whole thing, they move it secretive and they're not saying nothing, and it just confirms everything that Robert has been saying from the beginning. They don't care. They don't care.
Yeah, well, we know this. Clearly the interest of the club.
Yeah, we
Because
know,
if it
but
was,
they just make it so, or like, oh God, at least Mama Guy, we a little bit now. Pretend, you know?
yeah,
Mama Guy,
if
we
they
a
were
little bit, oh God,
interested in the
do
Interset
like,
Club, the
do
man
like
who
the Prime
willing to
Minister,
pay
Mama
off
Guy,
all the
we.
debt, the man who willing to pay off all the debt and willing to invest in the community of Manchester would have won the bid a long time ago. If they were interested in Manchester as a community, if they were interested in the club, the man that willing to do what needs to be done to the stadium, that bid would have been accepted long time. The fact that they're still trying to squeeze more money out of the deal and still trying to wiggle away to still be involved shows that they're not interested in Manchester United.
That
And
tells
that
you
is why
everything you need to know.
as fans, we're gonna have to do what is necessary because clearly we're dealing with people that don't have our interests or the best interests of the club at heart. All right, guys. So we are around that time. We're gonna head into our new segment, and the name of our new segment is Memes of the Week.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Wow.
It's gonna be good.
Memes of the week, football memes of the week. So we're gonna be, this is where we're gonna be checking out the absolute best memes for this week, and I'm gonna be giving you guys the opportunity, obviously, to comment on them. So let's start with this. This is a news exposition. It's called
Yeah.
Arsenal. You go on top and do nothing. Anybody? I don't see any lies here. What about you guys? Any lies here?
Bro, I saw so many of these Arsenal memes like the past months. Like, I think I see all. I think I seen all the Arsenal memes, dog. This one was one of the funniest.
This is still
Robert,
funny, yeah.
we're gonna throw this meme to you. What say you? What say you about the Arsenal position, Robert? You ever try that position? You know anything about the Arsenal?
I am a virgin. I don't know nothing about these things. Okay, I am a very very good boy. All right, all right.
What?
I know nothing about these kind of things.
What?
All right.
God hear you.
Oh god, no.
Bro,
God heard you.
I think you're right.
God heard you, Robert. God heard you.
No, United fans don't know about our position. Unfortunately, we've never been on top and do nothing. We don't know about that, but we don't know about that.
I don't know about
Robert
that.
don't know nothing about the Arsenal.
I don't
Fair enough.
know about that.
Greg B,
Yeah, boy, this one, boy.
Greg B, we're gonna show this one. You ever drank the champions, Premier League champions 2022?
Bottled by Arsenal, dog. This one.
Something different about the champagne and not London, you know, because I mean, them was drinking it a little too early and like they get drunk on the
I
field.
think the only thing this meme was missing, they need to put like how long this bottle has been aging because Arsenal have been doing this years.
For the last
So they need to put,
278 days.
yeah, they need to have like how many years they've been doing that.
I like it, Jeffrey getting on the inside,
Yes.
with his comments, and that's what the whole idea of the segment is, guys. Come on, comment. Let's have a laugh. Let's lighten up, end on a positive and funny note. Manchester City,
Yeah, boy.
Real Madrid.
No,
That game that heat map was brutal. That heat map was brutal. I mean,
we apologize for any children under the age of 12 that might be taking in this show.
No, this is an adult program. We're not doing any apologies here. If you're under the age of
I don't even know what am I looking at? I don't know what this is. What is this? The Doppler radar or something? What's that?
There's the heat map. There's the heat map for Manchester City.
Oh, I am just like Robert, I'm a virgin, so I have no idea what this is.
You know.
I don't understand what they're talking about. There's a football heat map. We all know it.
I see it, yeah. It shows the direction of where everything was going. I mean, the City were ramping and the attacks were starting from that end and going all the way in the other.
Yeah.
I think the second icon is really Arsenal, I think so.
You have a point, eh? You have a point.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I mean, if you lean a little bit to the left and you look at
I see it.
I can see that. And lastly,
yeah, boy.
must end where it all begins. We have the man himself, Mr. Bean, waiting like all Arsenal fans for Manchester City to drop points.
You know,
After being
what-
on
Yeah,
top of the
wait. Mr. Bean actually looks like Arteta, you know, like serious thing. Like watch him go.
Hey,
He looking
no.
like Arteta.
But no.
That look,
But no. No.
that looking
No.
like
Don't do Mr.
Arteta.
Bean that. Don't do Mr. Bean that, please.
That is Arteta. Yeah.
I have a
Do
question,
not
right?
do Mr. Bean that.
I have a question, right? A guy had his show last night, right? This big Arsenal fan, right? And talking big and bold face. I find he have no right. I find he had no right. He just take his show and just end the show now. Let's end the show now. End it. The man had a Chelsea man,
Robert,
right?
just say that like you're surprised.
Right. The man had a Chelsea man on it, right? Unfortunately, a Real man on it, right? A bunch of losers were on that show. One bag of losers. It's like, you know, it's
Notice who's the host of the show? Who's he?
Yeah, well, that was I was not going to say that. Greg be like,
So you keeping good company for him? That is
yeah,
all.
misery like company, you know, misery like
Correct,
company.
that's right.
no man. But I will hold my talk for Body Week. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
So, people,
Oh, my
I hope you
goodness.
enjoyed memes of the week. And we have a programming announcement to make from next week. This program, the United Hours Thursday show, is going to be on Wednesday. Wednesday, 6 to 7. We're going to be shifting the time of the program to Wednesday. So, you know, we're going to still be here. You know, look for us. Keep it locked. And you're going to get more memes of the week next week.
On a hum day.
On a hum. On a hum day. Maybe
Somebody
maybe
explain
these
what hum
guys
day
might-
is for Robert, someone please. Robert, you know what
Maybe
hum day is, right?
Maybe these guys
I
might
thought
get
you were a virgin, so you don't know either. How you know you
No,
talk
no.
about it?
That was
Maybe these
it.
guys might
That
get
was it.
educated between
That
now
was
and
it.
then.
Google
You
it,
know,
Google
they
it.
might- yeah, they might.
You might see a
learn-
picture of Arsenal, but Google it still.
They might learn something. So people, like, subscribe, keep locked, keep connected. Manchester United is playing this weekend. Let me just pull up that info.
Hey, I pass it to somebody, Robbie boy. Can I swing me
Yes.
for someone now?
I saw premium Arsenal. Yeah, now what's all
Yeah.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, so
I mean, you know,
Manchester
I had to go
United
for it,
is
man.
playing on
I had to go
Saturday.
for it.
We are playing Bournemouth now. We are playing away from home. So it may be a little, but I think we're going to deal with that. Deal with Bournemouth.
I'll give them a call and let them drop some points. I'm a family team. I'll give them a call. Let them drop
so-
a points. for you.
As we always say when we heading out, remember, Red Devils don't die. We multiply. Keep it safe, people.